Morning, you guys. Thanks for helping out the sub as best you can. I am home with a sick baby. He's taking a little nap this morning, and so I got a little chance to put together a video for you guys. The biggest thing is yesterday we started this proving triangles congruent by two different methods. And if you're finding this a little confusing, hang in there because it is at first. It really is. And some of you are saying, no, I get it right away, and that's great. But be patient. It is something that traditionally just takes a while. There's something about it, visualizing these triangles and seeing the parts that match. It's all about what parts match. And if the right parts match, the right pieces of the fingerprint match, you know you've got a matching fingerprint, the matching triangles. So if I have, are these two triangles congruent? The things we learned yesterday, we said, all right, if I got a match in sides, two sides, let's see. If you think of this as more of a checklist, so let's go back and think of it as a checklist. All right. You look in there and you go, yep, I got one side that matches, that's these guys. I got another side that matches. And as you're going on, you're saying, check, yep, first side, second side, check. And then do I have a third set of sides that match? Yes, check. Side, 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 totally got it. So let's try side, angle, side. That was the other one we did. Now you want to only go by what's given in words or in the picture. Don't draw in new angles unless they're vertical angles. Don't draw in new sides unless it's given. I'm sorry, drawing like two sides are congruent unless it's given that they're congruent. Don't make anything up. The only thing that we tend to add is vertical angles, and if we have parallel lines, we put alternate interior angles in there. Just take a look at those notes we took yesterday, and you'll see what I mean by that. Again, only go by the givens. The givens in this particular picture, so if you take a peek at it, are right here. An angle looks like a match. We got some sides that match. You want to do that checklist process. So don't go by looks. I made these look pretty funky. Again, remember, if you went by looks and you saw me, you'd say, halfway intelligent guy. Totally couldn't be further from the truth. There's plenty of things that I have majoring capabilities in doing. So SAS checklist, let's do it. Sides, two sides, yep, those match, got them. Angle and another side, yes. Now the only thing about this, the angle has to be between the two matching sides. Do we have that? Yes. So that's a nice checklist. Two sides and an angle in between. SAS in the order of those letters helps you know that if there's a letter in between, like angle side, that means I'm looking for matching set of sides, angle in between. Next, angle, and angle, side have not been introduced yet, but here you go. This angle, side, angle has to do with a side between matching angles. So let's look at what that says. All right, here's a triangle. There's some angles. The side between the angles looks like this. The big red indicator saying that those two sides are congruent. So those are congruent triangles because I see this checklist. Do I have one angle that matches between them? Yes, got that. Bam and bam. All right, I got another angle that matches. Yep, got that one. Check. Do I have a side in between those two angles that matches? Yes. Check. Angle, side, angle. Yes, those are matching triangles because I have the appropriate matching pairs. I did my checklist. I'm not talking about, now the difference is angle with the side in between and then another angle matching is different from what I'm showing you here. It's not the side that matches can't come after the two matching angles. That's a different thing. In fact, it's angle, side that I'm going to show you now. So watch for the difference. So if I have two angles and a side not between, we call that angle, side congruence. Slight difference. They both are sufficient to prove those triangles congruent, but a slightly different look at the fingerprint to prove that they are the same. So we have angle, and the side after. So you're noticing that the way it's written is also an indicator of where the matching pieces are. Angle, and a side not between versus angle, side, angle has the side between the two angles. Okay, so take time to look at the difference of these so you know there's a subtle difference. Both prove the triangle's congruent, but they're just slightly different. All right, you guys have an assignment, this worksheet. If you need to pause this, please do. Hand these out, get ready. This is what you're working on today. There's two sides to this. One is why are they congruent? Is it side, angle, side, angle, and angle, side? And yes, I know it's sideways. I took a picture and I didn't invert it properly. Anyway, the triangles are the same. Just kind of play along. It's a nice mental challenge. So if you look at number one, there are some matching stuff. Now, if you look at this really quickly, guess what? My first inclination is to go like angle side angle or side angle side, something, because I'm seeing a couple of sides and angles, and you all know that the side that they share is a matching side, but be careful on this one. So watch and go ahead and write this one in. I'm going to do the first, 1, 3, and 5 with you. You'll want to use these, they have good information. Okay, so I do have 2 matching sides. So I'm going to mark down that there's a pair of matching sides. They do have some matching angles. Okay, I'm going to put down matching angles. And then there's another side that matches. But guess what? The angle that matches is not between the 2 matching sides. You notice that angle? It's 2 sides. If the angle were between, so it works if an angle is between the 2 matching sides, I would have to have the angle in a different place. Can I highlight this real fast and then I'll delete it? It would need, the matching angle would need to be here and here. And I don't have that. And so this is a side and a side that match. You can see those marked. And the angle that matches, but the angle's not between, so I put it after the side-side angle. That's not one of our options. In fact, I'll show you why in the next slides, why that's not a possibility. Next one, pretty easy to see. You got matching sides. I did pairs. Now remember the side. Do I have 2? Okay, yep, matching sides there in yellow. Matching sides in red. Yep, got those. And then the matching side that they share. That is side, side, side. Remember, you're showing that you have 3 sets of matching sides. Okay, in that case. Next one, I have a matching side. Check. Set of sides. Matching angles. Check. But that's it. That's all I have. Don't throw anything else in the picture. It's not enough information. I need 3 pieces of information, and I'm only seeing 2. It's not one of the prescribed ways of proving triangles congruent that you see at the top of this sheet. So you say, sorry, not necessarily congruent triangles. Now, what's interesting is they could be. Maybe that third side does match. Maybe there's something if we measured it and found out. But with the given evidence, they're not necessarily congruent. So don't make the assumption, only go by the evidence presented. Okay. Here is why side-side angle doesn't work. That number 1. All right, here's 2 sides and an angle not between them. Okay, a 10 centimeter side, 7 centimeter, and a 30-degree angle. Look at this one. The next time I draw this, 10 centimeters, 7 centimeters, and 30 degrees, that's a different triangle. Can you see that? Those are not the same triangles in there. In fact, so by making the 2 sides match and an angle not between match, you can actually make 2 different triangles. So check this out. So there's 2 sides, yep, they match. With those 2 sides, yep. Got angles that match, but the angle not being between the sides makes a big difference. So check this out. If I just swing that 7 centimeter side over a little bit, it makes the triangle that you see over here to the right. Okay. Now those are 2 different triangles you're seeing there. Kind of looks like one maybe an obtuse, one maybe an acute, maybe a right triangle in there. So take a look at this. I can make 2 different triangles with the 10, 7, and 30 degree, 7 sides, and a 30-degree angle. That means by showing that side, side, and an angle match between 2 triangles doesn't mean they're the same triangles because of the order in which they were presented. I can actually make 2 triangles that have matching side, side, and an angle in that order. Okay? So SSA does not necessarily prove they're congruent. They could be, but we're going to go with the evidence, and I always say if it's not the appropriate evidence, it's not one of the 4 that it's prescribed, I say, sorry, not necessarily congruent, not enough evidence to hold up in court. So it has kind of those legal ramifications. You have to go with the evidence. You can't just throw in circumstantial, random business. You have to go with what's given and provable. Hey, enjoy. Do talk to each other. Pause this. Rewind it. Ask somebody to send me a message via Twitter or email, and hopefully I'll get back to you. I'm actually working today with the baby next to me, and I can usually get back to you guys pretty quickly. Take care. See you guys on Monday.